New tonight, a teenager is in the hospital after being shot in Marshall, Shadeland. Police say they found a 17-year-old boy shot in the leg on Frederick Street around 7:30. He's expected to be okay.
I had 3 different emotions. It was anger, and then it was depression, and I moped around. Just couldn't believe that this was happening.
A local woman has confirmed what she long thought to be true, that the baby girl she buried 20 years ago was not buried in the place where her headstone sits. Now she's trying to find out where her daughter's body actually is. KDKA's Ricky Sayer talked with her about the discovery.
Like many cemeteries, this one used to be managed by a local church. When it closed, a cemetery association that's part of the Pittsburgh Diocese took over. It's just one of the many challenges facing this mother in her search for answers.
The baby section and the cemetery.
Christine Brzanich has never recovered from the death of her 2-month-old daughter, Atalia Laird.
I loved her with every being in my body.
What happened after she died in 2005 from sudden infant death syndrome hasn't made it any easier.
I would still go to the grave every year. I would still mourn her. I would take her flowers. I was talking to a ground that had no body. No body.
She says she remembers burying her daughter in this spot. It's 25 feet away from where the monument company put the gravestone.
And I called there, and she said, oh, she'd get back to me. She'd get back to me. She never called me. I felt betrayed by the church and by the company, Bruner Brothers, the memorials.
What happened then over the next 20 years?
I tried to deal with her death as much as I could. I developed a addiction problem, and I surpassed it, and I kept fighting, knowing in my deep heart that my child was not there.
She says the monument company and the association that took over managing Holy Name Cemetery after the church closed have insisted the gravestone was placed where Atalia was buried.
I said she was down further. She was down near the stump that they have there.
Brzanich found errors in the original church cemetery records which show her 2-month-old daughter having been born in 1904. Cemetery officials have since admitted to her the pastor who managed the church was in the early stages of dementia.
I would look down there and I would see the ground, and it would just anger me to the point I quit going.
She returned to the cemetery Wednesday as the plot with the gravestone was dug up with the help of a local funeral director.
He came over and said that the ground looked like it was undisturbed, like nobody ever dug the ground up.
What are you feeling in your heart when you hear that?
I told you so. And pain and anger. I was very angry. As I was walking away, I screamed as loud as I could to get the frustration out. How do you lose a baby? I didn't lose this child once. I lost her twice. And no parent should ever have to feel that loss. Ever.
Confirming a long-held fear through a grave discovery. Probing is already underway to find the real location of Atalia. The cemetery is now managed by the Catholic Parish Cemeteries Association. Their regional cemetery coordinator told me, quote, I am doing everything I can, and so is the operations team of the cemetery, to find where baby Atalia was buried in 2005 before we owned and operated the establishment. Christine said for now, the pain and torture she's felt for 20 years remains. Reporting in West Mifflin, Ricky Sayer, KDKA-TV News.